Hello everybody, I'm the Chief Up9. Welcome to another lizard video. Last time I was with this little chunky devil. Don't think you can see him at this angle. Hold on. There he is. There he is right there, just chilling. And yes, I'm talking to the camera again. About you. Things have been all cute. But anyway, today's video is more about the guy who lives up top. My Leopard Gecko 0. So as you can see from Rex's tank down here, Rex's tank has a tile in it, which after a lot of study I decided, you know what, let's just give him some tile, because I tried doing some of the other substrate ideas like the reptile carpet. He destroyed that twice. When I tried using some of Zero's Eco Earth, unfortunately, it's just a big mess, which I'm thinking I might have to get something that he can dig in at some point, because that's what he seems to like to do in the corner. Which, now he's looking at me like, oh, you just finally realized that? Yes, I finally just realized that after browsing some lizard TikToks, and. But today we're going over Zero's substrate, which is our little friend called Eco Earth. So what this basically is, it's coconut fiber, and in most pet stores it comes in these nice 3-layered little bricks. And I'm going to show you guys today how I prep it, as well as what I do to just kind of spread it around. How basically I clean out my Leopard Gecko's tank when the time comes, because, well, you know, you gotta keep your tanks clean, otherwise, well, they get sick, and that's a vet bill that you really don't want to try to explain to yourself or other people. So without any further ado, let's head on back to my patio and check out how I do this. Unfortunately, we will be meeting the birds as well, so I apologize if that's all you can really hear. Alright, so we're outside on my patio right now. Sorry if I'm a little too close to the camera for some people's liking. At least I'm not trying to eat it. But right now I'm also just kind of competing with the birds, and as well as other sounds around the neighborhood for sound quality. So for right now, please bear with me. But what I essentially do to prep my substrate for my Leopard Gecko is I stick it. Oh my gosh. There's dying all around me. I think there was a moth carcass on top of the lid here. I essentially put it in this big old 5-gallon Home Depot bucket. Not sponsored by Home Depot, by the way. But this guy will hold all 3 of those bricks once they're expanded, and I'll essentially have months upon months of substrate just for Zero, because I don't have to use it all at once. Otherwise, I might as well be burying him, which not doing that. As much as he likes to dig too, I'm not burying my Leopard Gecko. That's awful. Don't do that. Gotta get this out of there though, otherwise I'm gonna have to dig for it, which it could dig itself out if it had hands. So to start off with a meme, this is a bucket. But don't worry, there's more. So we're just gonna set these little bricks in here. I'm gonna try a different method this time, because the last few times I just laid it flat like that, and there's a risk of the bucket breaking. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try a different method and see if it doesn't cause as much issue for the bucket, and hopefully that the bricks just kind of break apart. One of my other friends, they use they either use paper towels, or they just stick with the reptile mats, which they're not bad options. It's just that the last time I had a mat for my leopard gecko, one of his nails got ripped out. So I decided, no, we're not doing that anymore. So, coconut fiber, way better, and even for the price, it lasts you a month, or actually several months. I keep trying to emphasize that, several months, and I'd say that's $10 well spent. And it's a way healthier thing. So if your reptile eats it by accident, then it just passes on through. It's kind of like us and potatoes. Only there's no nutrition or anything harmful in this. Whew, well, that was fun. Now all that's left to do is just wait for it to absorb all the water and essentially become a nice fine powder, which it might take a little bit, but thanks to Arizona weather, it's going to dry out really quickly and it'll be ready to use in no time. A lot more humid places, you really have to be ready for, well, humidity to work against you, but at the same time, it's still a really great product, especially when you have a reptile that really takes well to digging. Again, I would use it more for Rex if it didn't go all over the place. I think it's better for reptiles like Rex to have something more along the lines of maybe like a sandbox or something. Something that you're comfortable with them making a mess in, as opposed to just kicking up dust everywhere because in some settings you really don't want to do that. But I think eventually I will get a little pan for him to just kind of have some fun in. Maybe I'll let him have fun with Zero's old coconut fiber. I'm not entirely sure. I'll work through some options. But yeah, it's time for a time cut. I'm not gonna touch the ashes there. Okay. Okay. Hey, you're still on the video. Perfect. Well, it's been a few days. The coconut fiber should be pretty dry. Let's go take a look at that, and then I'll take Zero out of his cage. Once we get Zero out of the cage, it'll be a pretty quick process to just clean out his entire tank. First things first, we're gonna wash his ornaments. All right, so here we are. This is Zero's tank. It's a little shorter than Rex's because a little Leopard Gecko, it doesn't need that much space. But if you ask anyone else, they'll probably say, no, you gotta give him all the space. All the space. In my case, I don't exactly have a lot of space to give to him, but I give him enough just for him to be comfortable. So what we're gonna start to do is we're just gonna take out all the ornaments and then we're gonna take them out onto the patio and we're just gonna hose them off. Oh hey, someone came to say hi. Hold on, let me see if I can angle it so you guys can see him too. Hey Zero. Hi bud. Say hi to the camera. I think there's some black things in the way. Oh no, you can see him there. Just had to actually flip the thing over. So there he is, he's right there. So guys, you guys will get a better look at him once I take him out of the tank. But first things first, I gotta start clearing out the ornaments and get those all washed up first. And watch the microphone. Yep. Oh man, I feel so amateurish with this, but it's okay. Yeah, you guys are entertained, right? Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are entertained. So I'm just gonna start with this little log hide here. I always put it over the heat mat, which is over here on this side. For beginning reptile owners, whenever you get a heat mat, it goes underneath the bottom section of the tank, whatever side that you're going to designate as the hot side. Because I'm going to reiterate this a few times during my reptile videos. With any reptile setup, you have to have a cool side and a warm side because reptiles can't regulate their body temperatures like we can. They have to rely on external sources. In Zero, in both of their cases, I have it on. I have the hot side on the right side, and then I have the cool side on the left side, which is also where the water is. the water will always be on the cool side, as opposed to the hot side where it'll just evaporate a lot faster. Which you don't want that, because that just denies them water. So let's get this skull out of here. This is one of my favorite ornaments. It's a really popular one at the store. There we go. Just get some of that excess off there, because I don't want to make a mess on the floor. That's just another round of chores that I would have to do. This little dude's just giving me the little stink eye. I don't know if you can see him. He's giving me the stink eye. Give me the stink eye, Sarah? Give me the stink eye? Yeah, that's okay. You're gonna come out and you're gonna have some fun, okay? Now, before I get the cave out, I'm just gonna reach up, get this thing, which is Zero's transport tank. I use this whenever I get him out and I need him to stay in one place, or if I need to ever take him to the vet, which I've only had to do twice. Aww. You're okay. There you are, baby boy. So here we are. This is my little gecko Zero. It seems to be in a good mood because his tail's down. A big old chonker of a tail. So let's go meet him over in his little tank, because I try not to take too long with this, but today's a special occurrence because, you know, I just wanted to film a video for it. Alrighty, so here we are. We got our bucket of dry-ish Eco Earth. It really retains the moisture when it's all clumped together like this. But, oh, hey, look, we got a stick. I thought it could different. With this old big old batch, it'll last us a few months, especially if I don't cake it on too much in the tank, which you only just need to cover the bottom. That's it. And it usually doesn't take too long to dry afterwards, but it's really good to have a little bit of moisture in there, especially if he's about to shed or anything. It really brings up the humidity. So let's get some of this up here. Righty, so if I had the time or the creativity, I would try to keep Zero in a more entertaining environment, but this is how I keep him under control, or just at least in one place, to ensure while I'm cleaning his tank that you know, he's behaving himself and he's in one place. Sometimes I would soak him, but I haven't had to do that in quite a while. I think part of it is that he really actually does love to spend time in his little water bowl, so that's it's always a plus. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna take my outdoor broom and dustpan, because I have two. I got one for the inside of the house, and then I got one for the patio. And according to every roommate situation, you have to have two of everything, otherwise, you know, there's chaos. So I'm just going to grab the outdoor one, and I'm just going to sweep out the tank. Alrighty, so here we are again. Just going to start sweeping up with our little outdoor broom dustpan. So for this next section, I usually use like a vacuum to get up all the excess in there. I try not to leave too much of a trace of the previous substrates, so that way, you know, there's no risk of any bacterial pockets remaining. So I'm going to take the vacuum and I'm going to just suck that all up, and then I'm going to take a little bit of water and just in a damp cloth and just wipe out the interior, so that way it's nice and clean for him to go back in. Yeah, that's what you gotta get out of there. Sometimes that coconut fiber sticks to the bottom. Alrighty, here it is. There's the heat mat. That is the hot part of the tank. And just this little mat alone is enough for him to be nice and comfortable. Alrighty, that's as good as we're gonna get it without going into decontamination territory, where we have to sterilize everything. Let's move on to the next section, shall we? Oh well, I'm back. And now, we're just gonna fill just this bottom part down here with a nice little thin layer of the fiber, so that way we can start putting our ornaments back in, and that way Zero doesn't have to get stuck in a box for the rest of the day. So I decided to put the rest of the tank together off screen. Ooh, I forgot to close the door. Shoot! So I decided to put the tank back together off screen, mostly because I think I've had Zero out for a few minutes too long. I try to only have him out for about 15 minutes before I just let him sleep for the rest of the day. So this is basically my routine for cleaning Zero's tank. I'll do Rex's tank in another video if you guys want to see that. Do leave a comment and like the video. It really helps the channel grow, really helps to get it out there. And why don't we say goodbye to our little friend before he goes back to sleep? Alrighty, there he is. There he is. Hey. You doing okay there, Zero? Just a little cold? It's okay, my hands are warm. There you go. Yeah, he's a little sluggish, but he's got a beautiful color to him. So, I'm going to get him back to sleep. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe, and you know, try to help a brother out, would you? Thanks. See you guys next time.